Good day, grade 8 students. So for today, we will talk about types of tools, equipment, and paraphernalia used in Cookery 8. So lesson 1, utilize appropriate kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. So we have two competencies here. Lesson 1.1 is to identify types of tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. So let's start. What do you mean by the term tools? Tools is a device or implement, especially one held in the hand, used to carry out specific functions. So, any cook should be familiar with the correct utensils, devices, and equipment in the kitchen. It is important to consider several things and not only the price when buying them. The job of cooking requires specific tools, equipment, and paraphernalia for proper and efficient preparation of food. Each piece has been designed to accomplish a specific job in the kitchen. Let's start with the kitchen tools. So the tools, equipment, and paraphernalia are made of different materials with a specific job for proper and efficient food preparation. So the following list are the kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia commonly found in the kitchen. First is the wooden spoon. It is used for mixing, cooking, and stirring hot foods. Wire whisk. It is used to whip eggs, cream, or add air to a butter. Rubber scraper or spatula. It is used for mixing and folding soft ingredients and to remove ingredients from a bowl or plate. Rolling pin. It is a tool used to flatten dough for rolls, pizza, cookies, or crust. Strainer. It is a tool used to strain liquids away from solid ingredients or to separate dry ingredients like flour and powdered sugar. It is used for sifting flour and sugar. Inaalis nito yung mga lumps, yung mga buo-buo sa flour at sugar. Next is the colander. It is a bowl with holes to allow liquids to pass through. It is also used for separating solid materials from liquid and washing vegetables and fruits. Colander is also used for washing vegetables and fruits. Next is the measuring cups and spoon. Measuring tools are very important in the kitchen. Why? Because consistently good cooking depends upon an accurate measurements. That's why measuring cups and spoon have labels or measurements on their handles. Next is the kitchen shears. It is also an important tool used to cut foods and materials used in the kitchen. Next is the grater. It is used to shred or grate foods like potatoes, cabbage, cheese, or if the surface is fine, to zest lemon or ginger. This is the grater. Next is the mixing bowl. A basic kitchen utensils have varying sizes and can be in metal, plastic, glass, or ceramic. Next is the baking pans. It is a tool used to hold runny batters such as the cake batter and thick solid masses of food such as savory hot dish recipes. The foods are placed in the pan and then baked in the oven. Next is the cutting board. It is a wooden or plastic board where meats and vegetables can be cut. Next is the soup ladle. It is used for serving soup or stews, but can also be used for gravy, dessert sauces, or other foods. A soup ladle also works well to remove or skim off fat from the soups and stews. Next is the flipper. It is a tool used for flipping food over in the frying pan, on a griddle, or on a girdle. They consist of a long handle with a completely flat shovel at the end. Next is the pasta spoon or server. It is used to transfer a little or much cooked pasta to a waiting plate without mess. Next is the serving spoon and fork. It is consisting of a small, shallow bowl and a handle used in preparing, serving, or eating food. Next is the serving tongue. It is used to grab easily and transfer larger food items. Seafood serving tools. It is used to clean seafood and remove the shell much easier. Potato masher. It is used for mashing cooked potatoes, turnips, carrots, or other soft-cooked vegetables. Funnel. It is a device used for pouring a liquid into a narrow opening. Dredgers. It is used to shake flour, salt, and pepper on meat, poultry, and fish. Baster. It is handy for returning some of the meat or poultry juices from the pan to the food. Cans, bottles, cartons opener. It is used to open the food tin, preferably with a smooth operation and comfortable grip or turning knob. Emery board and sharpening steel. It is used to sharpen long knives. Handy poultry and roasting tools. It makes it easier to lift a hot roasted turkey or poultry from the roaster to the serving platter without it falling apart. It is commonly used for small businesses like Andox, what else, San Pedro, and other roasting businesses. Next is the two-tine fork. It is used to hold meats while slicing and to turn solid pieces of meat while browning or cooking. Vegetable peeler. It is used to scrape vegetables, pambalat ng mga gulay. Next is the rotary egg beater. It is used for beating small amount of eggs or batter. Next is a temperature scale. It is used to measure heat intensity. Next, okay, so we are actually finished about the kitchen tools. So now let us talk about equipment. So what is the difference between tools and equipment? Tools, you don't need to use electricity to operate it, while in the equipment, it requires electricity for you to use it. So they may refer to small electrical appliances, that is the equipment. So let's continue. Refrigerator and freezer, this is the equipment used in the kitchen. So what is the function of the refrigerator and the freezer? It is necessary in preventing bacterial infections from foods. It can preserve the food. So most refrigerators have a special compartment for meat, fruits, and vegetables to avoid contamination. So may kanya-kanya silang lalagyan para maiwasan natin yung pag-spread ng bacteria. And then to keep the moisture content of each type of food. Especially pag meat section, dapat sa meat section lang siya. Dapat ito ay nakahiwalay doon sa mga prutas at mga gulay. To prolong also the life of the food. Next is the auxiliary equipment. When you say auxiliary, it refers to an electronic device that is useful or capable of functioning independently. Ito yung mga maliliit na equipment na kailangan natin sa kitchen. It is most commonly used also in big food establishments and with specialized uses. So, nandito yung blender, oven, mixer, stoves, yan, rice cooker, electric heater. So, yun ay mga example ng auxiliary equipment. Next natin dyan ay ang microwave oven. So, microwave oven, foods can be prepared ahead of time and heat or cook immediately in this equipment. So, microwave oven, it is used for heating heating and cook the food immediately. Next is the blenders. It is used to chop, blend, mix, whip, puree, grate, and liquefy all kinds of food. Ito ang ginagamit para magkaroon tayo ng shake, milk tea, and etc. So now let us have activity 1 of your self-learning material or module. So the direction for your activity 1 is you have to identify the tools that you can find in your kitchen, write your answer on a separate sheet of paper, and follow the format below. So you have to list down. Maglista kayo ng 5 kitchen tools na makikita sa inyong bahay. And isusulat nyo doon yung mga definition nito. And then for your activity 2, you have to classify each tools and equipment. Okay, kailangan mo kilalanin. Kailangan mo i-identify kung ito ba ay kabilang sa tools or ito ba ay kabilang sa equipment. You have to check the box corresponds to your answer. So you have to write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. So this is it. You can find it actually in your self-learning material. Yes, on page 13 of your book. Number 1 is WHISK. Ano ba siya? Nasa kitchen tools ba siya or nasa equipment? So you have to check it kung saan siya. Wooden spoon, number 2. Number 3, rice cooker. 4, gas stove. 5, serving fork. 6, spatula. 7, rubber scraper. 8, oven toaster. 9, weighing scale. And 10, butcher's knife. And then for your enrichment activity, so in a sheet of paper, draw at least 3 kitchen tools na makikita nyo sa inyong mga kitchen or kusina. So for your reminder, always put your name section in the week corresponds to your answers. Example, Jose Perezal or Jose Rizal, G8 Marigold, week 1, or kung week 1 man yung inyong mga sinagutan. Number 2, don't forget to ask questions through sending personal message using FB Messenger to your teacher for clarification. And number 3, stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope that you learned from this lesson. Thank you.